Hey everyone, I'm going to wait a minute and wait for people to jump on. Switch on the comments. Have a bright light right in front of me. Hey everyone, so I might just give it another minute. We are broadcasting live to Facebook. So if you guys would like to share this video at any time, just share it, click the share button. We would love, hey Suzette, we would love to get these crystal healing tools out there so more people know how to use crystals. Yeah. So last week we covered quite a few different things, and I've done a couple of Facebook lives. If you haven't checked out my page, just check it out. Yesterday I did one on, hey Mel Jane, on how to tell if a crystal's real, and basically it was just a lot about learning to trust your own awareness and your own intuition, and again going to that tool of using light versus heavy energy is my go-to tool for everything in my life. So I really love to share that tool with people. And hey Tracy, and oh god, I'm totally didn't even realize that there's a banner in front of me. Okay, let me change that. Take that off. Sorry, guys. Nope, just want to take that off. Okay, good. All right, sorry, guys. That was kind of rude of me. Yeah, so for those of you that don't know me, my name's Simon. I've been working with crystals for over 20 years. It's been like 22 years now. I apologize. I just kind of woke up and I was went to bed really late, so I might look a little bit tired. So yeah, last week we covered, and you can go back and you can check the video that I created last week about crystal healing. So if anyone's got any questions at any time, feel free to pop them in the chat. I will try and get to your questions as much as I can. And yeah, so yeah, if anyone's got any questions about last week too, feel free to pop them in the chat. This is going to go onto YouTube as well as Facebook, so that will. Yeah, so basically what I wanted to do today was teach people how to do a chakra balance and energize the chakras using crystals. And it's an amazing tool that I have used for many, many years. And it's one of my favorite tools because it actually really, for me personally, and the people that I've worked on too, have noticed the big difference in their own energy afterwards. So I am going to, good morning, bon dia, bon dia. So I'm going to show you guys how to do that now. So basically what you're going to need to, and please share this video, guys, if you can. That would be freaking awesome. So what you need in order to do a chakra balance is, I would normally use a pendulum. I don't have a pendulum with me at the moment. So what I tend to use is, and this is a trick that I learned, like, I would say 25 years ago by a friend of mine. And what she did was she didn't have a chain, but she did have a ring on her finger. So what she did was she just pulled a hair. I don't have long hair anymore, so it's not going to work. But she just pulled a hair, and then she grabbed her ring. And then I apologize. I almost broke my fingers last week after surfing, while surfing. So I'm wearing bandage. And then I'm just going to clasp it together. You don't have to, but you can do it on the hair too. And what you do is you end up having a pendulum in front of you. So you have this. And what you can do is, so when you're working with a pendulum, and I will say to people, I do have a video that I've uploaded onto my YouTube account. It's called The Crystal Affair on YouTube. And you can check out how to use a pendulum there, and it tells you, it might go into a little bit, I might have gone into a little bit more detail, but I'll go through with you guys now. And hopefully you guys have got it in front of you. I would love and encourage people to do this while I'm doing it with them so they can ask any questions about stuff that comes up. But what I do is, and I normally hold it as long as I can, I put my hand under it. And I would, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to energetically tap into the ring or the pendulum and ask the pendulum to give me a big indication for a yes, So you ask pendulum, can you give me an indication for yes? And can you guys see how that's spinning? I know it looks like my hand's moving and I'm doing it, but I'm actually not doing it. Okay, I'm trying to stop it now. So pendulum, give me an indication for yes. And if you guys do it at the same time, you might actually get to see what it's like. And what happens is sometimes I've found when people have done this, they've wow, this is really hard to keep my arms up. They have noticed that the pendulum will do this like really tiny thing. So what you want to do is you want to ask the pendulum, can you give me a bigger indication or a better indication for a yes? So what right now this is, and I don't know if you guys can see it, but it's spinning clockwise. I'm just going to check the comments. Okay, cool. If you guys want to comment too, and for you to see my name, you need to click on the thing so you can come across as StreamYard. So basically, what you want to do is, ask the pendulum, okay, give me an indication for a yes, which you guys saw it was that. And then I'm going to ask pendulum, give me an indication can you show me an indication for a no answer? Now it's starting to spin anti-clockwise. And it might look like my hand's doing it, but it's actually not. And I actually have had this thing with crystal pendulums where they give me a really strong answer a lot of the time. So I'm quite lucky that way. So that's basically when you're wanting to ask a question too, you can be like, and then what you can do is give me an indication. Ask another question is give me an indication for maybe. So that starts to move backwards and forwards. So basically what you want to ask is pendulum, give me an indication for a yes. Pendulum, give me an indication for a no. And give me an indication for a maybe. And what we're going to do is, hey Doris, what we're going to do is I'm going to now show you guys how to balance chakras. Now, right now, I don't have a physical body that I can show you on. So what I'm going to do is, and this is something that you guys can do, is what we call using a proxy, or it's what people do in distance healing, where they don't have that person there with them. So what they do is they call on the person's energetic thought form or whatever. I'm just going to take my laptop down and show you guys because we need the height. Okay. Hopefully that's still a good angle. And what we're going to do is I'm just going to take off this if I can, just because, well, actually it should be okay. All right. So next, what we want to do is we want to have a crystal wand. Now, you can use a crystal wand that's like this big. You can use something that doesn't even have a point. You can use a piece of selenite. You can use whatever you want. You can use your hands if you don't have any crystals. I've used my hands plenty of times. Energetic being, so we can bring through a lot of energy. But at the moment, I'm just wanting to show you guys how to do it with crystals. So basically, you take the crystal and you connect energy to it. And last week we did, I don't know if you guys, whoever was on, we did an exercise called just expanding out. So what I would like you guys to do now is, before you do the crystal healing, what it means if it doesn't give you a maybe action. Just ask it again. It might give you something different. Like with these kind of testing things, is it might say, give me a stronger indication. So if it just didn't move at all, maybe that's the maybe in the action or indication that you need. So like maybe it's actually telling you, hey, by not moving, that's my maybe. Yeah. So it's just like, it doesn't have to move. It just has to give you an indication of doing something, which could be nothing. So yeah, basically what we want to do is we want to take our crystal and we want to expand our energy out as far as we can go. So what we do is we just energetically get the sense of expanding out to the size of the home that we're in. And then we expand out into the size of the state that we're in. I don't mean mental state, I mean just state of country. And then I want you guys to expand out and become the size of the country that you're in. and it's not a thinking thing. Yeah, awesome. It's not a thinking thing. It's just doing it. Energetic beings and thoughts happen in an instant. So it's just like, okay, cool. I'm going to make myself expand out, but don't do it. Sense it. Sense it as much as you can. So become the size of your country, and then energetically expand out, become the size of the planet, and then energetically expand out and become the size of the universe, and then energetically expand out and become the size of the galaxy, and keep expanding and expanding and expanding and expanding from there. Cool. Who feels automatically lighter and just like more peace in their world just from doing that? And this is a trick that I mentioned last week, where you can do this if you're in a public place or you're feeling overwhelmed. If you're one of these, yeah, that's awesome. You are the size of the infinite. You just forget. We're an energetic being. How big is an infinite being? So if you're in a situation where you're like feeling all this anxiety and you're in your public place or whatever it is, even if you're just going through stuff, what you can do is you can expand out energetically and just force yourself to go out as far as you can, even if it's uncomfortable, and then just sit in that space of just like expansiveness. Yeah, that's awesome. That's so awesome. Thanks, Mel. And then what you want to do is, sorry, ADHD, my brain went to about 3 different things there. And then what you want to do is you want to start pulling in energy from everywhere in the universe. The universe is made up of energy. We are made up of energy. There is no lack of energy in the world. If you guys expand out that far, can you tell me, is there a lack of energy? Can you not have enough energy? No. For me, I get a no. And like I said last week, use the tool of light and heavy. If this is heavy for you, if what I'm saying just feels heavy for you, then you don't have to listen to it. I would suggest that if it just doesn't resonate with you, it just doesn't resonate with you, and that's okay. So what you want to do is you want to start pulling energy from everywhere in the universe back through into your physical body and in through this crystal. And if you don't have a crystal, use your hand. Cool. So that's where now the crystal's set up. And I don't know if you guys could feel the shift in that crystal there when I did that. And what you're going to do now is, excuse me, you're going to ask the crystal to energetically contribute. It's like picking up grapes. You're going to ask the crystal to energetically contribute to this healing session, and to you and to the being that you're working on. Now, because I don't have a being or a body in front of me right now, like I said, I'm going to use a proxy, and you can make the proxy. Proxy is just like people use teddy bears, pillows. I wasn't really prepared for this. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to turn off my banners here. I'm going to hide these banners just so you guys can see me a bit easier. Okay, cool. So what can I use that's going to be really easy and you guys can see? Sorry, guys. I wasn't prepared for this part. I was rushing to get ready to come over. Okay, so I'm going to use this book. Hopefully it's going to come into the frame. Okay, so like I said, it doesn't really matter. Maybe I can move this a little bit further back just so I'm still in frame. It doesn't really matter what you use. It's just going to be what we call a, whoops, I need to turn the comments back on. It's just going to be a proxy. It's just going to be something that you're going to put energy into. You can use another body if you want. Actually, that'd be really interesting to try. But now what we're going to do is, and you can do this on yourself too. So the gift in this is that what you can do is you can energetically ask for your being or your thought form or your energy to be placed into the object that you're working on now. And then just say, hey, can you give me a 30-minute delay on this healing? And then what you can do is you can lie down 30 minutes later once you've done it and then receive that healing. You can also receive it simultaneously. I've done this with friends of mine where both of us were working on each other at the same time. It was super intense, but it was really cool. It was really a lot of fun. You just go with whatever you would like to do. If you would like to go lie down, have a bath, receive it, if you do it whatever way is going to work for you. So now I'm just going to ask for and I'm going to balance myself here. So I'm going to ask for my thought form to be present in this book. And what I'm going to do is, okay, cool. So what you can do is you can ask, and then you're going to imagine that their crown chakra is over here, and their feet or whatever, the base chakra 2 would be over here, and just imagine the chakras in there. It doesn't matter too much which side you put them on. It doesn't really, like, you just basically just want to get a sense for yourself so you know what you're working on. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab the pendulum. If you guys don't get what I'm saying, if I'm moving too fast, you can proxy for yourself. Sorry, I didn't see that, mate. Yeah, I do that. I used to do that a lot where I just was like, and especially during COVID times, this is a brilliant tool just to use on yourself, where you can just kind of put yourself in there and then energetically work on yourself. And then, if you don't want people around, or if you can't have people around, like, there's some crazy restrictions. And you also don't need to do it the exact way that I'm doing it. If you have an awareness of like, oh, this could be easier or fun or whatever, and do it a different way, then please do that. So what I'm doing is I've put the pendulum over the chakra, over my base chakra, and I'm just going to ask the pendulum, and I might write this in the chat thread quickly. I need my other hand. So let me do this. I'm just going to write this here so you guys have it somewhere written down. Pendulum, show me indication. Indication for the degree of spin. Which way? Sorry, guys. Give me 1 second. I'm just going to write the question here. Okay, so post. Okay, so what you're going to do is you're going to ask this question now. Is pendulum, show me an indication for the degree of spin? And then, so I'm going to put it, and imagine this is over the base chakra. And you're going to say, show me a degree and direction, and the direction of the spin. Sorry, I didn't say that. So actually, don't read what I wrote. Just ask the pendulum, show me the degree and direction of the spin of the base chakra right now. So it's spinning anti-clockwise right now. And I don't know if you guys can see that, but basically what I'm going to do, so the next question is, pendulum, show me the degree and direction of spin the base chakra would like to be going in. Okay, cool. So it's spinning, it's slowed down, but then it's spun in the same direction. Yeah, so basically that's what that's telling you, is that it's spinning in the way that it wants to be spinning, which is a good sign. There is no good or bad with all this stuff. It's just basically like going, it's like gears on a machine. If a chakra is spinning in the way that it doesn't want to be spinning, then it's not going to make your life a hell of a lot easier. There's going to be like, if cogs on a machine are spinning to the opposite direction, it's not really going to help the machine run really well. So not that you're a machine. That's brilliant. Okay, awesome. And then the next question is, is this the dominant chakra to work on? Show me a yes. So your question is this the dominant chakra to work on? Show me a yes. Show me a no. So truth, is this the dominant chakra that needs to be worked on? And again, you're asking, and you don't have to use a pendulum. You can scan with your hand too, but I just like to use a pendulum because it's fun. And this is telling me, the reply was a yes. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through all the chakras just to show you guys. So what you do is you repeat this again, and you go, now I'm moving on to the next chakra, which is a sacral chakra. And I apologize, guys, because I could have had like a lovely little image for you guys. Probably draw something if it would help. I wasn't prepared for this one this morning, obviously. So what you're going to do is show me and now you're going to ask the sacral chakra. So show me the degree and direction of spin of the current sacral chakra. So it's spinning anti-clockwise again. I'm going to ask it, truth, is this the way, show me the degree and direction of spin you would like to be spinning in. Cool. So it's spinning anti-clockwise. So it's spinning in the correct direction. And then now I'm going to ask truth. And why I'm asking truth is because I want to basically, when you say truth, it basically allows you to get out of your head. If you have an idea of like, oh, I'm blocked in this, this, and this, then it actually doesn't allow you to get to the truth. Because if you've got a preconceived idea about something, it doesn't allow you to have the full story. Yeah, it kind of gives you rose-colored glasses. So what we're doing is just going, universe, show me the truth of this situation. You can do that with people too when you're talking to people just in your head, or you can even say it out loud, but it sounds a bit weird out loud. You just say like, truth, whatever it is, whatever the question is that you're talking to, and you can get a sense for whether they tell you the truth or not. They might still lie to you, but at least you'll know. Okay, so truth, is this the dominant chakra to work on? Show truth, yes or no? Okay, cool. There you go. So it's showing me a no. So what we can do is we can move on to every chakra, and I'll let you guys do this in your own time, but basically you've got the 7 chakras. I probably should have explained that beforehand. Now that I realize, you do have 7 chakras. I've worked on the base and the sacral. I'll just keep going with it. But what it's already told me that the base chakra needs work. I asked it, is this the dominant one that needs some work? And it said yes. But I'm going to keep going through it anyway, because sometimes you can just see what happens is when you when I've worked on people, I've gotten to a like certain chakra and maybe their solar plexus was like spinning backwards to the way it wanted to be. And even though I've asked, is this the dominant chakra to work on? And I got a yes for the base. What happened was when I balanced the base, it brought the solar plexus back into alignment and started spinning it automatically in the way that it wanted to go. Does this make sense, guys? So, truth, show me the degree and direction of spin of the sacral chakra. So, truth, is this the most dominant? So it's spinning clockwise, which is the way the other ones. So, truth, is this the one that wants to be worked on? And that's my indication for a no. That's anti-clockwise for a no. Okay, so I'm going to go to the next one. Truth, over the heart chakra. And this is just, I'm visualizing where it is. It doesn't have to be exactly accurate. You're an energetic being, so I've asked for the energy to be present. We don't have to be too detailed with the exact whereabouts of what it is. If you don't know where the chakras are and what they are, then you can, excuse me, you can just Google it. Or maybe I can do another video on it when I'm more prepared. Okay, so now I'm working over the heart chakra. So truth, pendulum, show me the degree and direction of current spin of the heart chakra. So it's spinning clockwise. That's really cool. I love watching this because I've been doing this once, and it was like the pendulum started like doing this almost, and I was like, holy shit, so cool. So truth, is this the most dominant chakra to work on? And that's a no. So basically, you guys can see it's already told me where it is at the base. I'm just trying to show you guys. So yeah, we've basically got the third eye chakra left. So truth, show me the degree and direction of current spin of the third eye chakra right now. Cool. So it's giving me a nice indication and show me the degree and direction of spin it would like to be spinning in. So it's just showing me the same direction. And then we'll go to the crown chakra. So show me the degree and direction of spin of the crown chakra. And I apologize, guys, if you're just joining me. This is supposed to be like a proxy of a body, but I just didn't have one. So, and it's showing me. So the good news is, hey, Facebook user, I don't know your name because I can't see it. So what you can basically tell is that when we started, it started with, yeah, we want you to work on the base chakra, but I've just gone through them all because you guys might not get that you need to work on the base chakra. You might actually get that you need to work on the crown chakra. So it's good just to go through and check. And then some of them, just, hey, Teresa, I can't see. Yeah, if you click StreamYard, that you give permission for StreamYard to show you your name, then they'll do that. But basically what happens is that, oh, I forgot what I was saying. Where'd that thought go? Pull it back. Is that you will go through sometimes and certain chakras will just be spinning whatever way they want kind of thing. So what we're going to do is and the question that we've asked is show me the most degree, the dominant chakra that needs to work on. And that was, for me, was the base chakra. So now I'm going to grab my crystal wand. And again, if you want to, just for fun, expand out as far as you can go, be the size of the planet, the universe, the galaxy, keep going beyond that, the infinite. Woo! That's a lot of fun. And then what we're going to do is we're going to start bringing energy, pulling energy from everywhere in the universe back through. And we're going to ask the crystal to contribute. So now we're going to the base chakra. Here's the base chakra, in case you can't tell. Maybe I'll do another one with the proper thing. I've got a dummy right in front of me too. And then what we're going to do is what we're going to do is, so the chakra was spinning clockwise. So what we're going to do is, in order to slow that one down so we can clear it out, we're going to use our hand to go counterclockwise. So you're going to do a counter motion to whatever way it's spinning. So if it was spinning anti-clockwise, turn it clockwise to slow it down. If it was spinning anti-clockwise, then go clockwise. I just said the same thing, didn't I? You basically want to go in the opposite direction of which it's spinning right now. And then, okay, so mine was spinning in clockwise, so I'm going to spin it counterclockwise. I'm just going to slow it down in a circular motion. And I'll do it like that so you guys can see. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to clear out any heavy energy that's in there. Just by using my hand. You can use the crystal too. You can be like, whatever's going to be more fun for you. Healing is actually about having a lot of fun and playing with energy. It's not supposed to be super serious. Life isn't supposed to be super serious because we don't get out alive. So I'm basically clearing out any heaviness. And now what I'm going to do is, and you don't always have to clear it out. Sometimes I just energize it by sending in a whole lot of energy and consciousness into the actual chakra. That will clear a lot of stuff out. But now I'm going to ask crystal and ask consciousness and the universe to contribute to this healing, and then just send a heap of healing energy into the base chakra now, which was out. And you guys do whatever chakra was out for you. I'm wearing pink and purple. And I'm just going to hold it over there. And you might get to hold it for like 60 seconds. You might get to hold it for 15 seconds. You might get to hold it on there over there for 5 minutes. It would be pretty annoying if you have to hold it for 5 minutes because it would hurt your hand after a while. But it's really, you go with whatever you get energetically. I'm not going to tell people too much about how to do things too much, but just go with what you actually sense. Go with your awareness. Okay, so it's just energizing. I don't know if you guys can feel any of these too, if you get the sense of what I'm doing. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to ask, so show me the degree and direction of spin that the chakra would like to be spinning in. So again, it's showing me clockwise. I'm just going to double check and ask it, because it's like, it might have changed its mind now. So, okay, so it's spinning clockwise. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the wand as well. I'm going to speed it up. This would look really funny if you don't understand energy and you don't understand what I'm doing. The guy's just waving a crystal over a book. And I'm going to speed it up really fast. Hopefully you don't let go of the crystal. If you're working on someone, you might smack them in the face. And then just connect it up to the universe. And then what you can do is you can just quickly go over and if you're just joining us, there are chakras here. So you can just visualize all the chakras that are in front of you and just speeding them up. If you get to, you might get that the body wants you to work on every single chakra. So you might just want to be like, even if they're all in alignment, what you can do is just for fun, if you just want to play around and you're working on yourself, just slow the chakras down, or you can just actually just kind of do it whatever way you want, really. I know I'm kind of jumping around a lot, but what I don't like to do too much is give people too much definition with how to do it. You guys have done all this work over the past millions of years. In past lives, you've worked with crystals, you worked in healing. So you guys have a lot of instinctual knowledge and instinctual awareness about what to do. So the more you can actually get out of your own head about like, oh, I don't know how to do this. I'm probably doing this terrible job. If you're thinking that, you're probably actually doing a really good job. But just be aware, like, okay, cool. I'm just going to try and follow my intuition and my awareness and my instincts or whatever it is, and just allow yourself to play with the energy. The more fun you can have. Do you notice when you're like having fun and sitting around with friends and joking and having a laugh, that lightness and that joy that's in your world? So that's the energy that you want to be while you're working on someone. If you're going to this heaviness and to all this other stuff, it doesn't always contribute to the person, because if you're in a heavy energy, then like what you want to do is be an energy that can help shift whatever's going on in their world. Yeah. And that doesn't mean that you don't work on people if you're feeling like shit or whatever it is. Excuse me. Sorry. I would still highly encourage you to. It's just being aware of the energy that you're being. There is no right or wrong way to do anything. I know a lot of people will say, don't do this, don't do this, do this. There's no right or wrong way. It's just like, you can play around with the energy and see how it goes from there. I don't, in saying that though, I'm not saying to grab people's body parts or anything like that. So just to be clear, that would not be very respectful of a person. So basically, you want to go through, you want to spin all the chakras. And then you can just honestly hold it over there and just like give it a little bit of a tune up too. That's supposed to be the crown chakra, the third eye chakra. Next time I will be more prepared, guys. I do apologize. And then just go through. And now you're going to ask the pendulum again, show me the degree and direction of spin now of the base chakra. And it's showing you that it's quite healthy now. And I'm actually already feeling better from it. I actually have a lot more. Whoa, look at that. So does that make sense, guys? Hopefully that makes sense to you guys. I was just using the book by a friend of mine, Gary Douglas. If you don't understand that, you can feel free to put any questions that you do have in the actual chat right now. Or if you want to message me, feel feel free to ask me any more messages. I'm going to release this video onto YouTube. Or maybe I can do another one just to explain it again next week if you guys want. What I'll do next week is, or will I do it today? What do you guys want, today or next week? I think maybe we can save it for next week. Sorry. Yeah, so if you've got any questions, then feel free to just message me at any time. I'm happy to answer whatever I can. Play around with it. Just like honestly, play around and have fun with it. The more fun you can have, the more actually of yourself you're actually going to be being. So yeah, yeah. Thanks for joining me, guys. Hopefully this contributed something to your world. Maybe we can all play around the world somehow. And maybe if you've noticed a friend's watching this, or you've got a friend and you'd be like, hey, can I practice this on you? Do you want to watch this video? And then we can practice on each other. We can do distance healing. We can do it. I mean, I love receiving healing when I'm in person, because to me, it just allows me to receiving a lot more. But you do whatever way is going to work for you, and I get that it's not a possibility for everyone right now during this mad time. Awesome. Thank you. You are so welcome, guys. You're so welcome. Just to let people know too, so we do have a Facebook Live market coming up. When is it? It is. I'm going to quickly chuck this on too, guys. So if you want to use this code for anyone that's joining and you want to buy a pendulum, we need to restock the pendulums on the website. But that's just for you guys. So use the code HEALERS20 and you'll get 20% off anything on the website, as long as it's not a sale item. But yeah, I'm just trying to contribute and help people out and teach people more about crystals, because I see a lot of people that love crystals and we're all so attracted and love them and enjoy them. And then they kind of get into their head about like, oh, I don't know, I'm probably not using them properly, or, you know, I'm probably just like not utilize, whatever it is. But guys, if there's something that you love and enjoy, then just work with it, play around with the energy. That's how I did it. This is how I like still do I do a lot of healing work too. And it's always like when I'm just playing and following my own intuition and my own instincts and my own awareness and knowing, that tends to what create the most change in sessions too. So thank you guys. Thank you so much for joining, and feel free to share. Yeah. Have a great day. Bye.